Today we're going to dig into the surprising power of a word you probably use every single day without even thinking about it. We're going to see how really understanding one simple word can be way more powerful than just knowing a bunch of complicated ones.
So, let me just start with a question for you. Think about the massive English dictionary for a second. How many words do you think you actually need to get almost any idea across? 1,000? 5,000? What's the absolute bare minimum?
You might be surprised by the answer. It's only 850. Seriously. This is the foundation of something called Basic English, which was designed to be a super simple but really effective tool for people to communicate internationally. And the words that made this list, well, they're the real heavy lifters of the language.
Okay, so let's dive in. We're going to put just one of those 850 words under the microscope, the word clear. By really understanding all the different jobs this one little word can do, you'll see exactly why it's so essential for talking to each other effectively.
All right, first up, let's look at its most familiar job. Clear as an adjective. A word we use to describe stuff, both the world around us and the ideas floating around in our heads.
Now, this is what's so cool about the word clear. It kind of lives in two worlds at the same time. On one hand, it's all about what our senses can pick up, things we can physically see or hear. And on the other hand, it's about what our minds can grab onto, ideas that we can understand.
So let's start with the most obvious meaning, the literal one. When we say something is clear, we mean it's transparent, like a clean window, where there's nothing blocking our senses. It's not foggy, it's not muffled. This example just nails it, right? The image itself was fuzzy. That lack of physical clarity made it impossible to understand who was in it. It's the perfect link between our eyes and our brain.
Okay, now let's watch how the word makes a leap from a physical thing to a mental thing. When an idea is clear, it's obvious, it's certain, there's no confusion. It's like you can literally see the idea in your mind with nothing getting in the way.
And here we see that mental clarity in action. The women just wiped away any doubt. They made the reasons totally and completely understandable. No confusion, no questions left, just certainty.
And this is where it gets really fun. Just look at how far this simple word can stretch. A clear conscience means you're free from guilt. A clear head means your thoughts aren't all jumbled up. From weather and traffic to our own feelings and even money, clear always means the same thing. Something that was in the way is now gone.
But wait, clear doesn't just sit there and describe things. It can roll up its sleeves and do something. So now let's switch gears and look at it as a verb where it becomes this force for change. The action of to clear is actually a really simple process. Think about it. First, you spot something that's in the way. Second, you get rid of it. And third, you're left with a space, physical or mental, that's now open and useful.
And just look at all the things we can clear. We can clear physical stuff, like the dinner table or snow off the driveway. We can clear abstract stuff, like clearing the air after an argument or clearing our heads to focus. And we even use it for official things, like a check clearing the bank or a person being cleared of a crime. This example is so straightforward. It shows the verb just doing its thing. The smoke is the problem, it's the obstruction, it goes away, and boom, the air is returned to a state of clarity. Okay, now we're getting into the really cool ninja level stuff. Clear doesn't just describe an act. It has a couple of hidden jobs that you probably use all the time without even thinking about it, as a preposition and an adverb.
This little table sums it all up, doesn't it? We've already covered clear as an adjective and a verb. Now let's look at those bottom two rows, how it can show where something is and how it can pump up other words. This is where you see what a workhorse it really is.
So when you use clear as a preposition, it's all about creating space between things. It means being away from something or out of its path, usually because you want to avoid it.
What a perfect example. He wasn't just away from her, he was actively keeping his distance. The phrase steered clear gives you this image of him deliberately making sure there was a wide open space between them.
And for its final trick, clear can act as an adverb. And in this job, it's like a booster for another word. It basically just means completely or all the way.
I love this example because you can really feel it. You didn't just see across the water. You could see clear across it, unblocked, without limits, the entire way. The word clear just adds this incredible sense of scale and completion. So let's take a breath. We've seen clear wear 4 totally different hats: adjective, verb, preposition, and adverb. Let's pull it all together and see what this tells us about what it means to be a powerful communicator. And here's the real takeaway. being a great communicator isn't about having a giant, messy toolbox full of fancy words. It's about having a few amazing tools, like a Swiss Army knife, and knowing exactly how to use every single blade and gadget on it. That's a word like clear. And that really makes you think, doesn't it? When we understand the true depth of a word like clear, we start to see all this hidden power in the language we use every day. So my question to you is, what other simple, hardworking word are you going to look at differently now?